What up, Vibers? It's your boy Kai. Welcome to another episode of the Vibe with Kai podcast. In today's episode, I'm thrilled to bring you the story that's as inspiring as it is empowering. We're chatting with the incredible Shakiira Rahaman, the powerhouse founder of Kira Cosmetics, a luxury cruelty-free beauty brand that's making waves all over the industry. And Shakiira she didn't just build a brand; she built an entire movement that we're going to be talking about today. Now, here's the thing. Shakira's journey is anything but ordinary. Living with muscular dystrophy, she spent months in the hospital facing major life challenges, and she still managed to turn her passion for beauty into a thriving business. So we're going to dive deep into how she did it, the hurdles that she overcame, and how she kept believing in herself even when things got rough. Whether you're an inspiring entrepreneur, someone who loves makeup, or just in need of a little motivation, then this episode is for you. Shakiira is going to drop some serious knowledge, share her story, and maybe even inspire you to take the next big leap in your own life. So let's get started with everything here. Shakiira, hi, it's nice to meet you.
Hi, nice to meet you too.
Yeah, I'm so happy to have you here and to be speaking with you because your journey is just incredible, and I'm happy that my audience gets to meet you and learn all about you. So I want to start at the beginning with you. Your journey is incredibly inspiring, especially how you turned a challenge in life experience into a successful business. So can you just, for those of the people that are listening that don't know who you are, can you just tell the people your story and how you got to where you are today?
Well, I was born with muscular dystrophy,
Mm-hmm.
and at the time we were living in New York, and every year I would get constantly sick with pneumonia. So we decided to move to Florida,
Mm-hmm.
where I was doing pretty well for like the majority of time until 5 years ago when I got sick with pneumonia again. And I had pneumonia like 3 times in that 1 month, and it destroyed my diaphragm.
Mm-hmm.
So I was intubated and put on a ventilator. I have a trach,
Mm-hmm.
and I was in the hospital for like 4 months.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And then when I came out, I didn't want to be the type of person to
Mm-hmm.
sit around and feel sorry for myself because basically my whole life changed.
Mm-hmm.
So I decided to create my own brand of makeup, and yeah, it's been doing well so far.
Yeah, yeah. I think it's so inspiring because it's amazing how you took a moment in your life that could have easily just kept you down, kept you out, but you decided to uh, make this into a way to elevate your life and the lives of people around you as well. Was there like a specific moment while you were in the hospital that you can think of that made you say, "Hey, I want to, start this brand, Kira Cosmetics"? Like, what was there a specific moment in your hospital stay that clicked for you?
It wasn't in the hospital. It
Mm-hmm.
was more of like when I came home,
Mm-hmm.
where
Mm-hmm.
I had that aha moment of like just starting my own company.
Yeah. 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 Was it how scary was
Yeah,
it at
so
first?
it was very, because I had no idea what I was doing.
Yeah, 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 and I know that there's a lot of like my audience is mostly women, and a lot of them are people that are aspiring entrepreneurs themselves, looking to either grow in the business that they already have or start their own business and things like that. If you could go back in time and to when this all began and give yourself advice. Um, for when you were starting out this entire entrepreneur journey of yours, what would you say to yourself?
Trust your gut and just keep going. Don't stop.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And that you got this.
Right, right. Um, Living with muscular dystrophy, you've faced significant challenges that many people might find overwhelming, right? So how do you continue to maintain uh, uh, your resilience and your positivity in the face of such adversity? Are there specific things that you do? Like, how do you keep yourself motivated every day?
That's a good question. With my muscular dystrophy at the time, I was still in my wheelchair. I do use a wheelchair. And I had more freedom, I guess you could say. Like, if I wanted to go out here or there, like, I was okay with it. Like, being in a wheelchair, that didn't really bother me. The part where I got really self-conscious was when I was placed on a ventilator and had a trach. That was the hardest part for me, to stay motivated.
Right.
But, I mean, what do? I do nothing, actually. I just try to think positive and, yeah.
Yeah, which can be hard at times for anybody, and so it's always
It is. I do have my
reassuring.
days where
Yeah.
I'm not positive at all, and I'm in a funk. But most days I'm pretty positive and motivated.
Yeah. And I think that's the human side of things. I think, like, I'm not a big fan of what I call toxic positivity, where it's like everything's perfect, everything's okay, nothing's wrong. You're like, I'm not a big fan of that, because I think as human beings, we are supposed to have these feelings. Those feelings are valid. Like, a lot of times people will look at me and they'll be like, Kai, you're always so happy. You're always smiling. You're always, positive. And I say, well, that's because you see me when the cameras are rolling, right? But you don't see me when the camera is not rolling. And, like, there are days when I'm sitting on my couch and I'm like, how the heck, how am I going to get through, this day? And so it's always reassuring from a mental health standpoint to see you doing what you do, because there's so many times when people want to just give up and say, you know what, no, I'm done, I'm good. There's no winning here for me. I'm just done. So to see you facing that challenge head on and taking your life to where it is now, I think it's incredibly like inspiring, like, from my angle. And one of the things that I love about Kara Cosmetics is that you're known for its luxurious and eco-friendly products, which I think is important. So what inspired you to focus on, like, the cruelty-free, eco-conscious side of the beauty industry?
Cruelty-free is a big part of, like, the whole beauty industry. I mean, nobody wants little animals to be tested. Neither do I.
Right.
So I always knew that if I did a brand or create a brand, I wanted it to be cruelty-free, because it's better for you and animals.
Yeah, you might see my two cats, like, walking around in the back. I love animals so much. So, like, whenever I like, anytime I see anything that's, like, cruelty free, like, that'll always catch my eye, because, like, it breaks my heart to see
little furry creatures.
Yeah. And it's just like, and they're like my best friends, and, like, I would never I would never want them put in under any kind of stressful circumstance. I literally just moved into a new home, and it was stressful for me to watch their stress, like, getting customized to a new home. And so I can't even imagine what it's like, in any other situation. Do you have pets yourself?
I do not, unfortunately. I am allergic to animals.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Dogs and cats. So, I try to not have them in my house.
Yeah, but the fact that you still, like, love and care for their well-being and safety, like, as much as, like, that's as a pet lover myself, like, I very much I very much appreciate that.
Yes.
I want to talk about, the overcoming adversity from an entrepreneurship side of things. So, I mean, no matter what situation you're in, no matter how much money you have or don't have, no matter where you are in life, starting a business is challenging enough under any circumstances. Um, Doing so with a serious health condition is even harder. It's even more extraordinary. What were some of the biggest obstacles that you faced in the early stages of Curie Cosmetics, and how did you overcome them?
Well, being that my immune system is
Hmm.
really weak and I get
Hmm.
sick a lot. So
Yeah.
one of my challenges is that when I'm ready for a launch of a new product,
Hmm.
sometimes I do get sick and I end up in the hospital admitted. So it kind of pushes things back.
Hmm.
So that's kind of like one of the difficulties that I face. Because it's
Yeah.
like I can't launch when I want to launch.
Right. Right.
And one of the challenges that I face is constantly being sick and
Hmm.
hospitalized. So that ends up pushing like my launch
Hmm.
further into the
Yeah.
year. It's like, let's say I want to do 4 launches this year. Sometimes I'll end up doing 2 or 3.
Hmm.
Another challenge is that because I am physically disabled, I need help with, like, let's say packaging my orders,
Hmm.
taking them to the post office.
Hmm.
So I do have family that does help me.
Hmm. Yeah. One of the things that I've seen you talk about is the importance of believing in yourself, right? In any
Mhm.
kind of situation. Can you talk about why that's so important, especially when it comes to starting a business? Why is it so important to believe in yourself?
If you don't believe in yourself and you have a negative mindset, then it's more than likely that you'll end up giving up on the
Hmm.
business or quit when things get hard or you
Hmm.
hit a roadblock, something's not working. Um, it's really important to believe in yourself. So that way you know, like, okay, so this didn't work out the way I wanted it to, but maybe there's a different way that I could
Yeah.
do it and succeed.
Hmm. Right. And one of the things earlier you were talking about how like some days you have your good days, sometimes you have your not so good days. And I'm sure there's days when believing in yourself is very, very difficult. How like is there anything that you do to bring yourself out of that? Like when you do find yourself in that funk, what do you do personally to bring yourself out of that?
Binge watch shows.
Hmm. Yeah.
Honest to God.
Yeah. Hmm.
I do binge watch shows and then
Yeah.
I just end up feeling better. I
Hmm.
think it's just that your mind also just needs to relax.
Hmm. Hmm.
And
Yeah.
then you can, like, you get motivated again. You just need
Hmm.
that break in between.
Hmm.
You have to
Yeah.
take time for yourself.
Yeah. I love anytime I'm in a funk, I always try to find something that makes me laugh. Like I love watching like stand-up
Yes.
comedy and things like that. Like whenever I find myself like in a dark spot, I always know that, comedy will always make me feel a little better. And that's one of the reasons why the content that I make on social media, I add a little bit of levity to it, and I try to be a place where people can escape for a moment,
Mm-hmm.
because life is just full of so much craziness, so many ups and downs, so much fear that's happening for a variety of reasons. And so like I always want my platform to just be like an escape for some people, because I know like I often look for that whenever I'm just feeling a little overwhelmed and like, okay, I need to I need to find a way to escape for a little bit and things like that. Um,
Yes.
when it comes to starting a business, just and this is the unfortunate side of starting a business, but starting a business as a woman is it's unfair, right, for women because
Yes.
it's very clear that the business world, the economy, does not set women up for success when it comes to starting a business, and that's disgusting and it's annoying.
It
Um,
is.
can you talk about what it's like to start a business as a woman and some of the like? Did you face any specific challenges from that in and of itself?
Honestly, I kind of haven't
Hmm.
faced any challenges yet.
Hmm. Yeah, yeah, that's good. That's good. That
Maybe down the line, I
mhm,
probably will, especially
yeah, and
as you grow.
right, right, and it's. I feel as though sometimes women have to work twice as hard. You know, I guess even sometimes
They
without even
do.
realizing that women have to work twice as hard to get to, to get to the same spot a man can get at, a little bit more easily. And um, I always found that fascinating because it's such a, I don't know, maybe it's just my optimism, but I'm just like, how do people not see it and then want to do something about it? Like we see how unfair it is for women.
Exactly.
How are we not being a bit more aggressive and more proactive in that manner? So with that said, if there's any women that are listening right now that might run into issues um, starting a business as a woman, what would you say to them right now, just as like as words of wisdom and just advice that you would give them?
I definitely be strong
Hmm.
because starting a business is honestly not. It's not easy.
Yeah.
There's so many things that you have to do, and you do everything. It's like you do everything for your business. You're
Hmm.
the web developer, you're the photographer,
Hmm.
you're the content creator,
Yeah.
you're handling shipping. Like, it's a
Hmm.
lot. So, have patience
Hmm.
and stay positive. You
Yeah.
will succeed.
Yeah.
If
Keurig
yes,
Keurig Cosmetics, it has a strong emphasis on empowering women in business, which I love. So, how do you see your brand contributing to the broader movement of women's empowerment in the beauty industry?
yes, definitely.
Hmm. Yeah.
Kira Cosmetics will definitely um I do want to start like a movement or a
Hmm.
foundation where we could help those who do want to start their own business.
Hmm. Hmm. Yeah. You had mentioned how you often have to like get people to help, right, for a variety of things. And I know I struggle with this sometimes. Asking for help, it's like a shot to the ego. Like it's a shot to our pride, because like I'm a people pleaser and I always want to be able to just like not have to ask people for help unless I absolutely have to kind of thing.
Yes.
um do you ever have trouble asking people for help, or are you one of those people? Do you always want to try to do it on your own?
So since I was little and was diagnosed, I've kind of always needed help with
Hmm.
things.
Yeah.
So asking for help is honestly not that hard because I'm used to it.
Hmm. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. No, that's fair. That's fair. I always I've gotten better at it, but it was always hard for me to ask for help. But I'm at a point now that I'm like, okay, if I can get past that part of the asking for help, I know that I can,
Yeah.
do more and help more people and things like that. Which is you know which is it's a big step for me, because
Yes.
it was a big struggle. Um,
Mhm.
I want to talk about some actionable things that our listeners can do when it comes to their life, their brands, if they have one, and things like that. Um, how, how can people who are starting a business, how can they incorporate their own personal values into their brand? Because I like your brand is you, right? Like that,
Yes.
it's who you are. It's what you believe in. It's your values. How important is it for other people to do that for their brand? Is it necessary to make that happen if they want to be successful?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I do believe that, because for you to succeed, you want to try to be authentically yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You want to incorporate your values, your mission in
Mm-hmm.
your business. And to do that, it's much easier to be
Mm-hmm.
yourself and to be authentic and to just write content from like your heart.
Mm-hmm.
Because if
Yeah.
you try to like be somebody that you're not really gonna succeed.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. Yeah. No, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. I feel like the people that I know that have successful businesses are the people like yourself that are able to like add their true self into their work because it shows through and it makes it more genuine. I
It
feel,
is.
and people are more likely to connect with the brand or business where the feeling is just so genuine and it's so personable. And I think that's why people connect with your brand so much at Curate Cosmetics, because it has so much of you in it, and you can tell that you put your heart and your soul into the things that you do. And like I said in the beginning, it's truly inspirational to see what you're doing. It's so admirable. And I like as I was doing research and I was, reading up everything, I was like, oh my gosh, Shakira's doing her thing. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, nice.
Thank you.
And I think whether you realize it or not, you're helping people, get out of bed in the morning and stay inspired. Whether they reach out to you and say it or not, but you're truly are helping people. Do people reach out to you to
They
tell you their
do.
story? Yeah,
Yes.
what's that like?
It makes me feel real good
Mm-hmm.
when people reach out to me and
Mm-hmm.
tell me that, hey, your story is so inspiring and you inspire me to like, just start something.
Mm-hmm.
It
Mm-hmm.
just, yeah, it's really nice.
Yeah, it's validating, right? It's like
Yeah.
okay, maybe I'm
It's
doing
like,
something.
okay, so maybe I am helping people.
Absolutely. What's the next step? Like, where do you want to see Keurig Cosmetics go? To the
Oh,
next step.
everywhere.
Yeah.
Yes, in stores. I want it to
Yeah.
become like a huge multi-million-dollar
Yeah.
corporation
Hmm. Yeah.
with a foundation attached to it
Hmm.
that
Hmm.
helps other
Yeah.
people. Yes.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Now, listen, I'm rooting for you. So like anything that I can do to help you get there, I would, just to be a small part of that journey is oh man, like I would love to see that happen.
Yes. Thank you.
I would love to see that happen. Um, I think I read that one of your inspirations is Paris Hilton. Am I correct there?
Yes.
Yeah. I feel like she's just done it right, because I remember what people thought of her back in like when I was younger, and she was on
Yes.
reality TV and all this stuff going on in her personal life, and now you look at her and she is, if she's not a billionaire, she's right there, with her own brand and all of that. So it's truly remarkable what she's done, and she is such a beautiful, talented, amazing woman. What does
And her
Paris Hilton mean to
strength
you?
because of everything that she went through in
Yeah.
her childhood.
Hmm.
Like the
Hmm.
strength to come back from that
Yeah.
and then to start like your own brand,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
that's really inspiring.
Yeah.
And she's such a good mother.
Sure. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah. if Paris Hilton were, if you have you ever met her before?
I have not, no.
Yeah. If Paris Hilton was listening right now, what would you want to say to her?
I'm sorry, say that again.
Yeah, if Paris Hilton was listening right now to you speak about, your brand and everything and about yourself,
what would I want to say?
Yeah, what would you say to Paris Hilton right now if she was listening?
Oh, okay. What would I say to her? Wow. Let's see. I would tell her that she inspires me and that she came from a horrible childhood, and the woman that she is today is just so incredibly like strong and amazing.
Yeah, I it's funny because I'm at that age now where like a lot of the people that I grew up watching on TV when they were younger, like they're all, adults and things now. And so to see them like just living their best life and helping other young people, do their thing, it's just like, it's just like, it's just so much time has gone by and it's like, am I getting old? Am I old now? Like, are there any other people that stand out to you, like Paris Hilton, that inspire you every day?
Audrey Hepburn.
Audrey Hepburn, yeah.
She was an incredible woman as well.
Yeah. She's great. What stands out to you most about Audrey Hepburn?
I did read her book, or her biography, and her childhood was pretty rough.
Yeah.
But besides that, she didn't let her childhood kind of ruin her future. So, she succeeded.
Yeah. That's amazing. Yeah, like she's great. She's a great performer, just like great all around. Like I would love to.
And her style. I love her style.
Oh yeah, she's probably like legit one of the most stylish people like in the history of like entertainment. Like
yes.
She has to be like definitely like top 10 for sure when it comes to like stylish people in the entertainment industry. But like people like Paris Hilton are doing the thing. Audrey Hepburn did her thing, but people like you are doing their thing as well, and it truly is remarkable what you do. And I honestly feel an incredible honor to be able to speak with you about your brand, about you, about the things that you fought for and continue to fight for. I'm hoping that everybody that's listening here, make sure you go out and get some stuff from Kira Cosmetics, because we're going to make this a multi-billion dollar corporation here. That's we're going to make this happen. We're going to make this happen. What final words would you say to the people listening right now, to any woman that's listening right now that has to face adversity in their life and may be wanting to give up right now, but they're looking for any sort of inspiration or hope that they can cling on to? What would you say to them?
Don't give up. Don't give up, and just believe in yourself. And you have so much strength and resilient, and that just, you can do it. It doesn't matter. You can do it.
I love that. Friends, if you're listening right now and you're like, wait a second, I love everything that this person is talking about right now, I want to know more information, you can if you visit KiraCosmetics.com. I'm going to include all of the links to Kira Cosmetics, to the website, to Instagram, Facebook, all of that. That way you can go click and you can get some stuff, go buy some stuff. Because not only is it just good, like stuff from the heart, but it's good. It's actually really good products in general, and it's affordable, it's luxurious, and it's well worth it. So I'm going to include all of the information in the description of this podcast here. Shakiira, thank you so much for sitting and chatting with me today. I really do appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. And to everybody that's a subscriber that's listening, you are going to get some additional footage of my conversation with Shakiira. So we're going to be recording that in a little bit. But to everybody else, thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for watching. As always, my friends, much love, good vibes, and I will talk to you later. Bye.